Connection through conversation. Join self-described conversationalist Stacy Heller as she talks with guests about topics and ideas that are sometimes informational, sometimes inspirational.
Don't ask me to talk.
From the sublime to the ridiculous.
Join me, Stacy Heller,
And me, Eric Reider.
as we talk about what's good to watch, read, see, listen to, and more.
An edutaining 1 hour break in your day.
Stick with us for something good.
Been a long time, been a long time, been a long,
Look at you. Oh my gosh. We're back. So as not to confuse you, this is Stacy Connects. However, I'm so excited that Eric and we did a podcast, a show for a while called Don't Ask Me to Talk. And I think it ran for just over a year.
Yep.
And sadly, we stopped doing it because, frankly, bills and such, and I'm not paid to talk yet.
We're both very busy people.
We're both very busy people, but you can find past episodes wherever you listen to podcasts. And so since I am likely somewhere right now as I speak, floating or eating a hot dog or something, and you are likely doing the same, I thought, let's get the gang back together for this holiday episode.
That sounds like fun.
Right? So the way that the show used to work is we would talk about random holidays and topics, and we would follow the rabbit holes that the conversations would take us down because I never met a straight line ever. And Eric, you've always been game about going down the rabbit hole with me.
Yes, we could have named it Tangent Theater.
Oh man, that's
Because
such
we
a
follow
better
every
name.
tangent.
We totally do. It's like the whole squirrel thing, right? When you get distracted by the squirrel, what would happen if you actually followed the squirrel and went where the squirrel went?
You'd go nuts.
Okay, I have missed you. So anyway, these rabbit holes that we would always go down, it is a bit like being in Wonderland for an hour, right? So I was thinking about that. If we were going down a rabbit hole like Alice did in Alice in Wonderland, what character would you be?
That's a good question, and I have no idea.
Well, it's funny because the Disney version of the movie is so different than the book. I mean, it's the same, essentially. But I feel like very often people only know the Disney version of the story.
Right.
And the different things that you can learn and personalities. It's kind of like Winnie
I think that's
the Pooh.
what I'm most familiar with is the Disney version of Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen or read the book. So
I don't know that I did either. And I don't know why it's not a more beloved children's book. Maybe it was too difficult. I don't know. But I know
also, apparently, the author is something of a creep. So
I didn't know that, really.
That might play into it.
Oh, who knew? I didn't know that. You know what? It's depressing how you find out that people are creeps years later, and you're like, oh, that was my favorite, author or whatever it is. Okay, well, I did have us take a quiz because one thing that BuzzFeed is good about is giving ridiculous quizzes that you can take.
Right.
To see what...
most of them based around Sex in the City, I think.
Typically.
Yes.
Typically. Pick a color, pick a cocktail, pick a city that you want to live in, and, oh, you're Carrie. Yeah. So this one, though, was which Alice in Wonderland character are you most similar to? Now, I'll go first. I got the Mad Hatter.
Interesting.
And here's what it said. It said, you're a bit mad, aren't you? Your brain is just full of fun and creative ideas. You may not be sure how to bring those ideas into reality, but when you do it well. You do things differently, and that works splendidly for you. So that's actually, that tracks. Thanks, BuzzFeed. Now, what about you?
I took this quiz because you sent it to me. And
You're so amenable.
it says that I am the Queen of Hearts. It says you're the boss and you take no shiz from anyone. You have a soft spot for the right people, but oh boy, people do not want to get on your bad side. And I feel like I take a lot of shiz from a lot of people. So I'm not sure that this is particularly accurate.
But do you
I never say off with their head.
But are you thinking it?
I mean, sure, but who isn't?
I mean, not everybody.
No, everybody's thinking off with their head when somebody
Interesting.
crosses them. But
Well, so maybe you are like,
I do like tarts,
who doesn't like tarts?
right? So, I mean, but I think that's probably what they're picking up on.
It's the tarts and the
Yes.
tea. Like
And
when
the
you were
tea,
taking
sure.
the quiz, you were like, one of the questions
Okay,
was like, pick
yeah.
a location. You were like, I like tea. It's the tea party.
Yes.
All right. Well, so it's maybe not an exact science, but whatever. Okay. So let's get into then what we always did with Don't Ask Me to Talk. Because this sort of works perfectly, let's talk about the ridiculous high holidays that are happening today on July 4th. So obviously Independence Day. That goes without saying. I think everybody in America, anyway.
Yes. And by the way, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy Independence Day, everybody.
Exactly. So that's an obvious one. And I remember a lot of 4th of Julys. I was on a boat for a couple different ones, parades, all kinds of things. It was always a big deal on the East Coast. I feel like it's lesser of a big deal on the West Coast. Would you, is 4th of July a big thing for you?
I think it is. Yeah, it's very popular. And Tacoma does a great job with fireworks. And, there's a big festival every 4th of July that seems like half the city turns out for. So, yeah, 4th of July, I think I feel like it's bigger up here than it was down in California where I came from originally. But maybe it's just that I enjoy it more up here.
That could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, I don't know. It's like on the East Coast, we had a Memorial Day parade, and then very often there was a 4th of July parade, and of course fireworks and all kinds of town festivals and, or fairs or things like that. Everybody buying the Old Navy $5 T-shirts that had America on them and
Right.
wearing red, white, and blue, and bunting. Bunting was a big thing on porches and houses and whatever. So anyway, happy 4th of July, everybody. It also happens to be, and this was not planned, it turns out it's Alice in Wonderland Day.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's a happy coinkydink.
right? I had written my notes about how, you and I go down these rabbit holes when we would have these conversations, and, had kind of written down 100% like Alice did in Alice in Wonderland. And then I went to the website where I could look up what's going on and what the holidays are. And lo and behold, it was this is the day. I don't know why it's this day. I don't know if it was, I'm trying to look it up as we're talking here. I don't know if it's because it was published on that day or what the deal is, but I thought that was a bizarre thing, or a coincidence. It is also, so by the way, happy Alice in Wonderland Day.
Yeah. Apparently it was chosen for July 4th because that's the day that Lewis Carroll originally told the story to Alice Liddell before ever writing it down.
Oh, I did know that it was a story that was told to sisters.
They must have found a diary or something where he wrote that down.
Yeah.
Or where she wrote it down. Who knows?
Who knows? Because he was sketch.
Yes.
Again, I didn't know that. So anyway, happy Alice in Wonderland, Queen of Hearts, Mr. Tart.
Thank you, Mad Hatter.
It is also Sidewalk Egg Frying Day.
That sounds like something you do in Wonderland.
Right? So I always, like there are holidays for various countries around the world and things like it's also like Sophia Day or something. But I like the bizarre ones. And I'm like, okay, what is this about? Because you hear the expression like it's hot enough to fry a egg on the sidewalk.
Right.
Well, apparently this started in Arizona, and it was
Seems like a good place for it.
right. I mean, they're going to run out of water, and like it's hot enough to fry an egg
On the sidewalk.
on the sidewalk. But I guess it's about the science behind solar and how you can use it for things. which
Interesting.
I'm like, okay. So, and it also says that in Oatman, Arizona, every year on the 4th of July, there is a solar egg frying contest, and it's held where participants compete to fry an egg using solar energy in under 15 minutes. And they can use whatever materials and objects they want. Now,
I was going to say, I'm not sure that there's much competition there. Or I guess if you choose like the smallest egg or something, but yeah, if you can pick your pan, I guess that would make the difference. Yeah.
well, and, so do you use a pan on the sidewalk, or is it just on the sidewalk and then you spray it with Pam?
I guess that's all part of the strategy.
I don't know. I mean, I'm like, that's an interesting thing. Have you ever done that?
No.
Did you ever try like lighting something on fire with the sun and a magnifying glass or anything?
I think I did, but yeah, I think it might have been an ant, and then I felt bad about it, so didn't do it anymore.
So the legend in our family goes,
and to just so people know, I don't think the ant actually ignited. It was just, I think I might have done the trial thing, because that's what you hear about as
right.
like, you can set an ant on fire with a magnifying glass.
Right. And then you were like, oh.
And you're like, really?
Right.
It's
well,
like,
let me
no,
try.
I don't want to do that.
Well, the lore in my family is that my brother Jay, I had mentioned last week that it was his birthday. As a little kid, my mom was watching, us, and then her like best friends, two of her best friends' kids and whatever. And the boys went off into like the woods behind our house or something. And my brother started a fire with a magnifying glass. And it got bad enough that like they were like, they had, their hair was like singed, I guess, or at least smoky or something. And it was a big enough fire that they had to call the fire department. And my mom was hiding the kids in the basement because they didn't want them to know. I mean, this whole thing, I'm like, holy cow. I mean, I will say.
You play with fire.
You play with fire. Well, and a couple weeks ago, I was at our lake house and we're hanging out at the lake, and we look up, and on the road that's coming into where our house is, there was a fire. And at first, because it's a really rural area, there's a lot of, fires that they do, controlled fires with old parts of trees and stuff that they burn, but typically not this time of year. It's usually done when it's wet in the fall or in the spring, early spring, and not usually during like middle of the day. And I'm just watching this fire get bigger, and I'm hearing things crackle, and everybody's sitting on the beach like, smoke. So I called 911, and they're like, what's the address of your emergency? And I'm like, it's not in my house. It's, I'm looking at a fire, and they're like, are you north? Are you south? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like thinking to myself, Canada's behind me, so that's north.
Sure.
And this is in front of me, so I guess that's south. Anyway, it brought me back. The whole point of this is how quickly it was starting to catch, and the fire department had to come and everything, and it's out this, long rural road. And I'm thinking to myself, man, if there was just a giant water bucket that could have been released, it would have just put the whole thing out. Yep. I'm back to the water buckets. One of these days, you're going to be like, wow, Stacy, that was amazing. I should have invested when you started that company. It's fine, Eric. Don't worry about it.
The rain barrels.
Yeah.
For people that haven't followed the show from the first episode.
Yeah.
One of your great ideas in life is that they should install giant rain barrels in the forest so that they can put out forest fires using the rain barrels.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. And in a clearing, because then like snow and rain, etc., and then all of those helicopters that are always having to dip their bucket into the river, they could just dip it into the rain barrel and done. Anyway. Okay. So, do you want to take a break here?
Sure.
Do you need a break?
Sure.
All right, let's take a break here. And then when we come back, I want to catch up with you. So keep listening to Stacy Connects, and we'll be right back.
Do you feel challenged by the thought of getting ready every day? Want to make a great first impression, but don't feel your wardrobe represents who you really are? Does the thought of trying to find great clothing that fits your body and lifestyle have you overwhelmed? Michael Bruce Image Consulting is a premier image consulting company that can help you get your style back on track. Contact them at michaelbruceimageconsulting.com or call them at 425-214-4155 and start that conversation today.
Stacy Connects. It's not just my business, it's my superpower. Whether you need the right tone and messaging for a new venture or you've plateaued with your current one, I can help. I connect clients with themselves and their potential. Then I identify unique solutions that translate your brand into messaging that connects your target audience with your business. Go to stacyconnects.com to connect with me and your messaging.
Tell your friends about Alternative Talk 1150.
Hey, welcome back to Stacy Connects, where my guest today is Eric Reider. Hello.
Hey.
So
happy 4th of July once again.
Happy 4th of July. What do you do with Gertie with fireworks? Because dogs are terrified of them, right?
Yeah, she doesn't like fireworks. So we leave her home when we go check out the city celebration. And she just kind of chills in the hallway and
waits for you to come home.
Yeah, kind of, grits her teeth and, we give her a little bit of CBD oil and that helps calm her down. And and it's the most sheltered part of the house. So
right.
Yeah, she feels safe.
Now, is the CBD oil, is that an oral or medication or a topical?
It's oral, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have to talk offline about that because I really want to bring the cats to Veranda Beach. But Finn gets like a literal scaredy cat and is like, kind of looks like those stuffed animal things that they used to have on the back of cars where it looks like the animal's trying to like get out.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally looks like that where he's like, ah!
They do make like pheromone collars for cats that help calm kitties. So that's something you might look into.
Good idea.
Yeah, they also do like plugins, like the Glade plug-in, it's with the pheromones. But I mean that a little harder to disperse in the car, so the collar might help.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I have used the plug-in things because with the 3 cats, like, oof.
Yeah, keep it chill as much as possible.
Totally keep it chill. Okay, so other than your plans for today, what are your summer plans? Any trips?
We've been talking about that and haven't come to any conclusions. I think we're going to the ocean. We got a great spot that we like to visit every year at the end of July. We've got a little Airbnb that we've rented. So
fun.
Gonna go, go down to the Long Beach area and sit, hopefully in the sun. Yeah. Last year we went twice and it was cloudy and cold.
Oh, really?
For both trips, yeah.
Now, is this in California?
No, Long Beach, Washington.
Oh, I don't know Long Beach.
Oh, it's beautiful. Great area, yeah.
So all the way over on the actual coast.
Yes.
Since, like, many people feel like Seattle's the coast, but it's like, no, there's more.
Right, yeah. We're talking on the ocean rather than on the sound. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, have you not been to Washington's ocean coast?
I have not been to Washington's ocean coast.
Wow.
I have not been from sea to shining sea.
It's not that far.
I know.
You should go.
But I'm going the other way.
I know. I'm not saying this weekend, but, pick a weekend and go. I mean, great towns, Ocean Shores, Westport, or if you go a little further south, Long Beach, beautiful places.
All right, we've got to go. I've never, I don't know why we haven't been. I feel like maybe Pete took the kids camping years ago, and I can't remember if they went to the coast to do that. I was in Hawaii, so I didn't really care.
Right. It's a very different vibe than Hawaii.
Yeah. So I was like,
bundle up, but it's so beautiful and peaceful, and it's really nice. So,
is it
well worth visiting.
Beachy coast, or is it like Maine is very like rocky coast, and
you got both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those towns all have really nice beaches. And Long Beach is the longest, or at least they say, it's the longest contiguous beach in the world. And that's
Really?
all sand. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew? Oh my gosh. Is there saltwater taffy?
Yes, of course.
I love saltwater taffy, and always in
Same.
What's your favorite flavor?
I think the chocolate or root beer.
Really? I'm a banana girl.
Well, to each their own.
To each their own. Well, that's fun. Well, you can also come and visit Veranda.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
How long is the drive to Long Beach?
From Tacoma, it's about, I want to say 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because from where we are, it's 4.5 hours to Veranda Beach.
And from Tacoma, I think it's about 6 hours. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you can stop and get Chester's chicken on the way.
Well, there you go.
Well, that's fun. So, and then does Gertie go with you for that?
Yeah, she has a good time.
So then more CBD for the car, or is dogs are fine with cars?
Yeah, she likes car rides.
Does she do you open the window and have the whole her head's out
It is, but she's a low rider, so she tends to stand up for a second and then falls down.
Aww,
so she's not hanging out the window like a big dog the whole time.
She needs a phone book, like when we talked about last week.
That's right.
The use of phone books.
Yeah.
She can sit in a little phone book and be up.
Yeah, I just would be afraid of her falling out or something.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Or bonking her head. Don't want that.
Well, that's fun. And then, so no other trips other than that.
Well, we're talking about potentially going to Europe a little later in the summer. But got to decide on that fairly quickly.
Yeah.
But so we haven't pulled the trigger on that. But
Ireland again?
Yes, actually. There's a concert that I really want to go to in Dublin. And so I may build a trip around that if all the stars align and we can make it happen. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
I got to figure out a babysitter for Gertie.
Oh.
That's one of the main hurdles. But
yeah. There's have you ever left the dog with there's the rover thing where somebody can come to your house and you interview them and get to know them. And I know somebody that worked for a rover for a while, and it was making extra money. They could stay at your place or whatever. Have you done anything like that?
Haven't done that, but that may be something that I'll look into. Yeah.
It's important to leave your children with others so that they get used to babysitters so that you can get away occasionally.
We've left her for a weekend or for 4 days, but that's it so far.
Okay.
So I don't know how she'll do with 2 weeks off from us. I have no idea. We'll see.
Well, it's like that movie Pets, right? She's like, this is great. She's sitting on the couch with her little dog legs crossed
It's funny. She does not like to go on the couch.
Well, it's hard for her to get up.
Yeah, that's true.
So it probably feels like it's really high.
Yeah. But even if I pick her up and put her on the couch, she'll tolerate it for 30 seconds and then hop down.
She's not really a snuggler.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she doesn't like to hop in the bed or anything like that, but she likes being, pets and
Yeah.
kisses and
all that stuff.
She tolerates hugs.
Well, that's our cat Finn, the one that I was mentioning. I'll like pick him up from his front legs and give him a big squeeze and a hug and whatever, and he's like, ugh. I can like see the mental eye rolls,
right?
Where he's like,
why are you
ugh.
insisting on this?
Right, exactly. Like, Mom. Anyway, well, that's fun. Well, let me know, because who knows? Maybe I know somebody that can help you out so that you can get away. And Ireland, who's the concert? Who are you trying to see?
It's slightly complicated because the band is called A House, but then A House broke up, and two of the members have gotten back together and are doing A House albums live as A House is dead.
Ah.
and so I saw when they did like their most well-known album, I made a special trip over to Dublin for that.
Okay.
And it was fantastic. So now they're doing another album that I actually like better than their well-known, critically acclaimed album, and in a smaller venue. So I'm like, oh boy, that sure sounds good.
Yeah.
So may do it, may not. We'll see.
Well, if I have a vote, I say do it. You only live once.
That's true.
Okay. Any other exciting adventures before we do our wheel of topics?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything planned yet. That's the thing. It's all kind of tenuous. But how about you? Last year you went to Italy. Was that last year? Has it been already?
I know, right?
It was last year.
It was, but it was October. So,
yeah.
No, I think we try to keep summer really about going to Veranda Beach and going to the lake house. And, we thought that we were going to do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, so to speak. But something's always bringing us back. So we're trying to go for chunks at a time. And we've got friends that are coming to visit if they're willing to take the long car ride, take a little CBD oil and chill out. And so we just love being there. We figured out that we love a pontoon boat because, it's it goes fast enough. If you wanted to pull a tube or something behind it, you could. But, speedboats and whatever, we're we just want to float around, enjoy the sun, bring a picnic or something and chill, listen to music. And so we had the first summer when we bought the house, we had this vision of oh, hey, let's get a pontoon boat. And then we were that's not going to work. It's cheaper to just rent each time. With the maintenance and a slip and all that kind of stuff, it's just so much easier to rent it. And you get to walk away from it. So, something rips or something happens and it's no biggie. You just tie it up and say, thanks, and that's that. So we love doing that. And then Grace is going to be moving to New York in September. And so I'll likely be going to New York in September and helping her move in.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. So
September is a great time for New York.
Yeah, she starts her job in October.
The urine smell is not as strong as July or August. So
it's true.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
And the garbage smell.
Right.
Yeah, it's lessened.
Yeah, don't mention this to her because she's going to be there next year. She's starting her real adult life in New York. And
I never understood why they couldn't get, dumpster technology in New York.
I
the
know.
Greatest city on earth.
It's bizarre. And I've maybe told this story before, but, in second or third grade here, when the kids would go to, I don't even remember what it was. It was the water treatment plant or something. And Grace, I picked that one to be a chaperone on. And we hop off the bus and all the other parents and kids are covering their nose and mouth oh, this is disgusting. And Grace hops off and she's like, Mom, it smells like New York. And was this is great. And I'm it does smell like New York. And the two of us were Teflon.
Or a bus station.
Or a bus station or a urinal in a bad bathroom or whatever. And the two of us were Teflon. We're what's the problem? So, but but she's excited, and I'm excited to help her move in
No,
and
that's
get settled.
fantastic.
And I mean, fall in New York is really fun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So-
It can be a beautiful place. You know,
Yeah.
Central Park, fantastic.
Totally. And, nothing like moving into probably like a 7th floor walk up with like all of the stuff that she's going to need.
That'll keep you fit. You don't even have to pay for a health club.
When we were shopping for things last week, she was saying to her sister, my daughter Annie, oh, you can borrow like whatever item it is because I probably won't bring that with me because the season will have ended. And I was like, oh, that's cute. You think you're keeping seasonal clothes at our house? No, honey, you're moving. Like, welcome to one closet. You don't get seasonal wardrobe stuff. So, we'll see. Although we do have to move everything there. So,
Yeah, you might want to reconsider that policy.
exactly. Okay. Do you want to take a break and then we can spin the wheel and see what we come up with?
Sounds good.
All right. So keep listening to Stacy Connects. We're going to spin the wheel of topics, which is something that Eric and I used to do on our show, Don't Ask Me to Talk. We don't know where it's going to land. You're going to find out at the same time we do. We'll be right back.
Have you ever considered working with an image consultant or stylist, but were worried about what the experience would be like? If that sounds like you, then Michael Bruce Image Consulting is here to help. They've worked with thousands of people, and many of those individuals have shared their experiences by way of style stories. Go to michaelbruceimageconsulting.com/style stories and check out what their delighted clients have to say about their experiences. Stacy Heller is many things, entertaining yet enlightening. She's a talk show host channeling her inner Fallon. Like Winston Wolfe, she's a fixer who gets things done with style. Practical, like Dr. Ruth. Stacy isn't afraid of the uncomfortable when searching for answers. She's your biggest fan and sees your potential before you do. Most of all, Stacy Heller is a synapse who can connect impulses and ideas about your business and yourself into possibility. To connect with Stacy, go to stacyconnects.com. Stacy Connects. It's her superpower.
No other station delivers this much variety. Alternative Talk 1150.
Hey, welcome back to Stacy Connects. I'm your host, Stacy Heller. I'm joined today by my guest and friend, Eric Reider.
Yes, and former co-host of Don't Ask Me to Talk, which we're kind of doing a mini version of today.
Totally. So, as I mentioned before the break, one of the things that we used to do, besides talking about random holidays and whatever, I had created this wheel of topics, and we would pick a topic, and typically we gave ourselves a week. Not that either of us ever did any homework on it. I don't know who we're kidding. But we would pick a topic, and then the next week we would talk about it.
Yes, so we had a week to at least kind of formulate some idea of topics that would, go along with our major topic.
Exactly. So this time, though, since there was no preparation, I sent...
So business as usual.
Business as usual, exactly. I sent the wheel to Eric, and so we're going to roll it, and we're going to see what happens.
All right.
Are you ready?
Nothing like walking that high wire.
Woo! I missed that.
Amusement parks.
Ooh. Okay. Do you like them?
I kind of like amusement parks.
I don't.
I mean, it's not my favorite thing in the world. I haven't been to an amusement park since I was probably 12.
Okay.
But I had a good time, regardless of not being a person that takes rides, that goes on the rides.
Right. You and I are very much kindred spirits, because I'm like, for me, with amusement parks and things like that, there's like the food, the rides, and the games, right?
Right.
So the rides, like the extreme ones where it was like, oh, I know, why don't you fling your body off a very tall tower with essentially a rubber band? Yeah, that's not happening. And even the one where it was like, the ship or whatever, where it's like going back and forth.
No, I'm not doing that.
Right. And the roller coasters where it's like basically a rickety thing that is like up really high and then it zooms down. I'm like, I don't need to do that. That seems hideous. So amusement parks, not really my favorite. Now, when I was younger, I did like a water park or the water rides. Like,
yeah.
That felt okay because you're in like a tube.
Absolutely. I lived in California, and we used to live down in Fresno. So we're kind of in between a lot of amusement parks there. And so my church, I was a altar boy for a little while. And every year to thank us, the church would sponsor a trip to one of the amusement parks. Oh. So one year we went to Disneyland. Wow. We went to Great America a couple of times. And I think there was one other that I'm not thinking of at the moment. But we used to go to those, and I was terrified of roller coasters. So I would never go, although, the one time I went to Disneyland, we did go on the Matterhorn, which I think is a pretty wild roller coaster. Although I'm sure there's like roller coaster aficionados that are like, well, that's nothing. Right. You should go on the rickety.
That's a 2.
Yes, yeah, that's a 2 out of 10. But for me, it was terrifying. And the funny thing is, the whole time, it felt like a half hour, but it was probably more like 5 minutes.
Yep.
It was just like nothing but expletives from me. And it's me and one of the other altar boys, Angel, like sitting in front of me. And I'm just like, F them and Jeff them, like the whole time. Hold me on for dear life.
We didn't know you could say all that.
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
On the Matterhorn, yeah. And
wow, did you have to go to confession after?
I of course, we went like every week back then, but I didn't bring that up because I didn't think that was a sin. I think that's just natural. What happens when you're being flung through the air. Fast,
speed
90 miles an hour up
and track that you're like,
exactly.
There's no way this thing's gonna hold.
Yeah, and that's probably the only ride I went on at Disneyland. Now that I think about it. Because the other thing was the line was huge for that. So that took like a half hour to get to the Matterhorn and then, go on the 5-minute ride. And then it was like, yeah, I think I'm done with the rides for the day. So then it was just like check out the gift shops and all that stuff.
Well, and that's the thing. Like as a kid, I remember going to Disney World and I went and did Space Mountain and, a bunch of rides and I didn't love it. Like, I wasn't that kid that was like, yeah, let's do it like 16 more times. But I was like, I'm just going to close my eyes and like wish it was over like the whole time, because that screams yay. And then, fast forward, teenage years. And mostly you were just like walking around trying to look cute. And so, rides, I could figure out a way to not have to do too many of them. But then I had kids, and they wanted to go on the rides, and it was like, ugh. I mean, I remember going on a Ferris wheel with the kids at one point. I don't remember which one it was, and I was like, how did I get here? Like, this is terrible. So, yeah, amusement parks from that standpoint. Now, amusement park food, expensive, but tasty.
Yes.
Because it's all like sugar.
Funnel cakes and whatnot.
Right. Yeah. And, that's fun. And then I do love like the games and stuff, which maybe are more carnival than they are amusement park.
Yeah. Carnival, state fair, amusement park. It's all
where you're like,
kind of the same world.
Right. Like, it's like the try to pop the balloon or, sink, like do the whack-a-mole or whatever it was.
Right.
Those I always loved.
I remember the other ride that I went on at Disneyland was the haunted house. And I did like that.
Well, and that's not terrible.
No, that's about the level that I like. Just a teeny bit of terrifying, but not not to the point where it's all expletives for the length of the ride.
How old were you?
Gosh, maybe like 8.
Oh my God.
Maybe 9.
I like there's some movie, I think it's like A Christmas Story, where he curses and he
Yes.
right? I have a vision of you as that character, getting in trouble, and it's like,
luckily I didn't get in trouble.
but I can just see you
It was pretty much like that. Yes. Yes.
That's really
luckily
funny.
I did not have to suck on bar of palm olive or anything like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But as I think I misspoke because I said I haven't been to an amusement park since I was like a kid, but I have been one time as an adult to Coney Island.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe 10 years ago, maybe slightly less than that. And we actually went on me and my friend went on the Ferris wheel. And even I found that even terrifying.
Okay, Ferris wheels are legit, scary because you're so high up there, and then the herky jerky of them.
That's right, and you're swinging in this basket.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're basically I'm hanging on by a paper clip, and I'm at the top of this thing, which you feel like as a giant wheel could just come off the pinnings and just start rolling.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying. You and I are kindred spirits.
And the Ferris wheel at, for most amusement parks, it's not like the Ferris wheel like the Great Wheel in Seattle, where it's all enclosed and you've got a car, if you will, that you're all in.
It's like a little buggy.
And it moves smoothly. Yeah. The Ferris wheels at amusement parks are it's like just bars, metal bars, basically.
Right. And
so your change, your phone, your keys could all fall out
totally
to the ground. And I'm sure they make a nice profit on collecting people's money and wallets.
Right. They have a thing at the bottom where they're like, oh, sorry, it's money in laundry. My mom was always like, oh, you left money in your wallet? Sorry.
That's mine now.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Should we spin again?
Sure.
Do we have time?
Yeah. We've got some time here.
Let's spin. Let's see what else we get. Man, amusement parks. Oof. Oh, there it is again.
Pool, lake, or ocean?
Ooh.
No, we've never done 2 topics within the same show before.
I know. Is it throwing you off?
Maybe a little, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, right? Why not? Okay, so which do you prefer? So you said that you're going to Long Beach.
Yep.
Which would be ocean.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that your preference? If you're going to go on a vacation, is that what you want to do? I mean, I guess really the whole thing is lake or ocean. Pool, it's just what body of water do you want to sit by on vacation?
Yeah, I guess it depends on whether you want to swim or if you want to just enjoy the environment, I guess. Because for me, I'd rather swim in a pool than a lake or an ocean. But if I just want to relax by something, I think the ocean is fantastic. And especially down Long Beach area because it's right by there is the mouth of the Columbia River. And they also have a bay and they've got a lagoon. So you're just spoiled for every kind of water option that you want down there. So I love that place because it's got the lakes, it's got the lagoons, it's got the ocean.
Yeah.
It's got there's pools, of course, and there's the river. So it's pretty cool. So I guess I'm voting ocean if it comes to vacation. A sea would be even better. But, I think all those options are great.
What's the difference between a sea and an ocean?
Well, a sea is smaller.
Well,
yeah.
Obviously. I'm thinking of the, what's the sea that you can float in? Dead Sea?
The Dead Sea, sure.
Dead Man's Float.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I'm thinking of the Mediterranean.
Oh, yeah.
Is a beautiful sea. You know, you wade into that. The water's really crisp and blue. Whereas the Pacific Ocean or even the Atlantic Ocean can be a little bit more aggressive.
I think that's a fair. The waves come in and they're sandy and and seaweed and it's ugh. Okay, I am a lake gal, and I didn't really know how much of a lake gal I was. I worked as a teenager at a lake in upstate Maine, and it was a really formative experience working for this family. And, it was on a lake, and I like to say that at a time when last week we were talking about slang and vernacular, and in the 80s, like, awesome. Everybody was saying awesome all the time. And I learned, like, the real definition of what awesome meant as I'm sitting on this lake and you hear the loons, and, like, it was like, oh, this is real nature. This is God's country. And I loved that. It was serene, but you still got the lapping waves and the whole thing. And I think that's what I love about Veranda Beach and our lake house is that, the water is, it's crisp. It's not, it's clear. Like, you can see all the little minnows swimming around. And if you can get over that, fine. I'm with you on, like, if I'm going to swim, like swim, then a pool. But the lake, I have this thing, because it's not rough like an ocean is, I can jump in off the pontoon or off of whatever and just agree with myself to not focus on what's beneath me. Like, we're just going to pretend that there's not grasses and fish and things under the water. Like, we're just going to suspend belief. And that works for me.
Fair enough.
The only time that the lake is not fun is around twilight when the mosquitoes come out. Then that is not fun. But yeah, I am a big lake person, and I am surprised a bit about that. I knew how formative those years were as a kid, as a teenager, working at this lake. But, the ocean, I feel like the only thing for me to do there is bake. And as a redhead, that's not such a great thing. So I'm going to need...
They make this great thing called sunblock now.
What? Are you kidding me?
It's really helpful.
I've heard.
For us pasty people.
Yeah, I know. And hats and like umbrellas and all that stuff. But at that point, if I'm going to do the ocean, I'm going to be like bougie doing the ocean. Like, then I want like a cabana boy and the cabana and an umbrella, and I want somebody to bring me like a drink, and I want to do the ocean like very, very bougie.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So I'm just saying. All right. Do we have any time left?
Yeah. We've got about 8 minutes left. So.
Oh, well, let's do one more.
All right. Sounds good.
This is crazy.
All right. This one you're going to have to shed some lights on because I have no clue what orange flags mean.
Oh, orange flags. Okay. Orange flags is like, so it's like an orange light or a yellow light. It's like warning. So orange flags about a person or a relationship or a job. Like, what's something that's a flag?
Do you mean a red flag?
Well, yeah, but orange flags are their own thing. All right, now we got to look it up. There's a reason that I put orange flags, and I don't remember what it is.
Because red flags, that's usually a warning sign that, there was red flags coming at me the whole time on our date because she seemed cuckoo or whatever. She didn't like dogs. Red flag.
Right. I know that, but it's like...
What's an orange flag?
I don't know. I need to phone
It's like a safety cone. Orange is usually a safety thing.
I need to phone a friend. I need Grace to tell me what it means. Well, let's do red flags.
Okay.
So, what's a red? Oh, wait. Yellow flags. Yellow flags are warnings. They're like stuff that wouldn't stop you from dating someone, but should be a concern.
Okay. So
okay.
Yellow flag.
So yeah. Okay. Thank you. Phone a friend. So a red flag is like, don't.
Right.
An orange flag is like, I'm gonna, but also like, swimmer beware.
A yellow flag, maybe like a yellow light, like proceed with caution or get ready to yield.
Kind of. Like, basically, like, it's like a slow down. Red is stop.
Right.
And yellow or orange flags are like, slow down, proceed with caution.
I still don't think orange flags are the thing, but I'll take your word for it. But go ahead.
No, pick another one now. I don't want to do this one anymore. Wow.
Sorry. We've got 5 minutes. Childhood crush.
Oh, okay. I'm going to make you go first.
Um,
Did you like celebrity, or it could be like, you can like Brian Dunn. Hey, Brian Dunn, wherever you are. He was like from 3rd grade through like 8th grade. I totally had a crush on him. And he knew it. I knew it. Everybody knew it. It was like we were dating. And then 8th grade, he finally invited me to go to some party. And I was like, nah. I was moving. And I was like, too late. Too little, too late. Did you have anyone specific? You don't have to out yourself like I just did, but
yeah, I had tons of crushes on like classmate girls, and sometimes they even ended up being my girlfriend. Or
wow,
I mean,
you.
What you would call a girlfriend, but if it's just
Right.
basically your friend, that's a girl.
Right.
There was nothing, no kissing really, or
I didn't kiss Brian
going on until much later.
Like for me, my childhood crush, like I don't think we barely talked to each other. Like we didn't interact hardly at all.
Right.
I mean, it was one of those like, and yet it was very obvious that I had a crush on him and he had a crush on me. And it was that, like, can't even bear the thought of talking to each other. But, we'd go sledding and we'd both be there. And it was like, oh my gosh, his mitten touched my mitten. Those were the good old days. Things were so simple. Yeah. What about a celebrity crush?
I very distinctly remember when I was a kid watching the Wonder Woman TV series and really being into Linda Carter. Yeah.
I mean,
especially when she'd do the spin and then she was in the Wonder Woman outfit.
Yep.
That stirred feelings in me that I didn't know, could exist before then.
I think you're blushing now.
Yeah. I mean, she looked great in that outfit. And
she did. She filled it out nicely.
I would have been maybe like 3 or 4. So to have any kind of feeling like that, it was some spicy stuff happening there.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. Childhood crushes, actors and stuff. Like, I don't think I had a ton when I was really younger. I think I was very focused on my real life person. I had a crush on Harry Connick Jr. for a long time. I was just like, oh, he's talented, he's funny, he's smart. I just love that combination.
Right.
But I'm trying to think. I also thought that Judd Nelson was kind of cute from The Breakfast Club.
Okay, sure.
I was like, ooh. And then for a minute when I went through a phase where I was really into Duran Duran. Now, upon introspection, I'm not sure that I was or if this was a peer pressure thing. But anyway, Simon Le Bon was the one that I liked. So I didn't really have a type. It was kind of all over the place.
Those guys kind of look similar. Judd Nelson and Simon Le Bon, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Judd Nelson had some serious nostrils.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Don't you forget about those nostrils.
Who could? Don't.
Right.
And Simon Le Bon was more of a blonde.
Yeah, but their faces were kind of that.
Now I'm going to have to go back and look.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But it was typically, I don't know, like the erring on the side of sort of a bad boy, but like a bad boy with feelings.
Sure.
Someone that I could change and fix and improve. Every girl's fantasy. Well, anyway. All right. On that note, we're probably out of time here.
Yeah, we've only got about a minute and a half here.
All right. Well, this was fun.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're going to have to do it again soon.
I like this idea of doing more than one topic in a show. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
You can get through so much, and I've learned so much about little altar boy, cursing altar boy, Eric.
Did that raise any orange flags for you?
Well, actually, it did. It did. And apparently an example of one, since we have a minute and a half here, is like somebody that puts their socks and shoes on 1 foot at a time. Like
What?
you put on like your sock and your shoe and then your sock and your shoe. Do you do sock, shoe, shoe?
No, that's not a thing.
It's a thing for some people, which is why it's an orange flag.
You need to go to a mental institution if you put a sock and a shoe on and then put a sock and a shoe on.
This is why it's an orange flag. All right. Well, so once
No,
again,
I'm just kidding. That you do you. If that's your thing, you do your thing.
if that's your thing, that's your thing. All right. Well, we're not talking about orange today. We're talking about red, white, and blue. So have a great 4th of July, everybody. Thank
That's
you,
right.
Eric. It was so delightful to chat with you again.
Likewise.
And have a great week, everyone. Stay connected.
Enjoy the fireworks, everybody.
Oh, well done, sir. I feel like I need to stand at attention and say, play ball!